If you join us for our Python list adventure, you are in for another exciting journey. And if you are not just tuning in, perfect timing. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of Python called tuples. So let me just shift it to this. So you know what's interesting about programming? Sometimes the most powerful tools are the ones with limitation. This is my perspective. So that's exactly what makes tuple so special in Python. So they are immutable. So if you remember in a list, it's immutable. So you can't change it. But in the tuples, it's immutable. So if you create one tuple, it means you can't change any elements in this tuple. So that's this is the immutable, meaning once created they can't be changed, and that's the limitation is actually let's see, they're powerful. So imagine you are building a system that track geographic coordinates for mapping application. Let's for instance, let's see here. So for instance, location is equal. So just for instance, we will go, of course, dive into this, into creating tuples, how to create tuples, and etc. So let's say this is, I have no idea which location is this. Maybe it's the New York City coordinates, but I'm not quite sure. But these coordinates should never change, right? So if you, this is the location. It's not supposed not to be changed. And that's where the tuples shine. They protect your data from accidentally modification. So if you have a location, if you have any sensitive data you'd like to keep, for instance, username, password, and etc. So this has to be fixed and couldn't be changed under any circumstances. So, and here's the immutability makes the tuples faster and more efficient, and then it's of course faster than list. And by ending of this let's say series, list, tables, and dictionary, I will show you in a table with more details what is the difference between this and this, and when to use this list, tables, and when to use which, and the advantage of and disadvantage, and also the complexity of each operation, let's see, in each type. And in this lesson, let's see, we will explore how creating tables, also accessing, how to access the elements in the table, what is the tables versus list, what is the difference between this and list, and the advanced techniques. So whether you are a beginner or have some, let's say, experience, you will discover new ways to make your code more robust and efficient. So let's get started. So how to create a table? So by the way, the one question of the interviews will ask, what is the difference between tuple and list? What is the meaning of immutable, if it's tuple, let's say. And now how to create tuple? I will say empty, let's see, tuple, empty tuple. It will be like this. And if you remember that when we define the list, we have used this one here, this bracket. But if we define the tuple, it means we need to use this parentheses. So if you would like to create a tuple, single item, let's see, single item, only with a single item. If you created, oh, sorry, if you created with this, it won't be, let's see, it's not now, it's not a tuple. So if you create with the single item, you have to add this comma. And also you can add many items you have. For instance, I'm working with coordinates, let's see, like this. and they have to add the x value and y value. For instance, 10.5, and no idea what's like, just like this. So this is a tuple, and you also can add a tuple without, let's see, parentheses. So for instance, if we see colors is equal red, green, and blue. So this is, we can the colors, it's now a tuple, right? And to see why it's how to define, how to, let's see, figure out is it tuple or not. So just see colors. Let's, if we try now to change the index 0 to any other values. Let's see, orange, orange color. And if you run now, you will see you have an error here, and you see tuple object doesn't support assignment. And also for the coordinates, if you see coordinate 0 is 232 or 23, let's see, right, and you can see tuple doesn't support item assignment. So this is the advantage, this is how to create a tuple with these four steps. Empty single item at coordinates, for instance, and of course you can add many items as you can, not just for instance coordinates, and we will see it in a coming sections. And also this is the color, and you see that the comma, if you define the single item, you have to add this comma here. Please just keep in mind. So, so how, with this simple structure, you already on your way to writing, let's see, more. Uh, Sorry, when another developer, let's see, or you, for example, in the future, sees a tuple in your code, they immediately understand these values belong together and won't be changed. So how to access these elements? So accessing tuple elements work like a list with indexing. For instance, I need print, let's see, we need to point, point, let's see, 10, 30, 20, or 20, 30. And I need to print the first point. I see point. This is print. Okay. This is printing the first element. You can see it will print 10. If you see 2, it will print 30. And etc. This is how to access the point by index. So you also print uh, print the last element, point. Yes, only point. The last element we have seen in the list, we can just add -1, and you can see. By the way, you can run the cell by clicking here, or you can see here in the comment this. Okay, in the text execute cell, press Control Alt Enter. I'm just using Control Enter. So if you just press Control Enter, it will execute this cell. And by the way, you can also print point and also slicing. So I will just need to from 1 till the end. So from 1, where's the 1? This is 0, index 0, 1, and 2. This one will be print from 1 to the end. So you can see it will print from 1 to the third. If you have, let's see, 40, 50, 60, 70. Someone said you already changed now the list, but I'm changing the table itself, not trying to change any elements. So that's why when I run now, the new points will be this one. So you can see when I see this one here, this one here, print 2, it will print 30. This one will print 70, and this one will print from 20 to the end. Let's see here, you know. And you can also see print buoyant from the beginning to 3, to the third element. And you can see from the beginning 0, 1, 2, and the third 3 it's not included. This is how to access the elements. So all the slicing technique you learn in the list apply also here. So your knowledge compound that the beauty learning Python systematically. So, but let's see, remember here, tuples are immutable, so they won't be changed. So if you see buoyant, let's see buoyant, we have here buoyant, we need to see buoyant is equal 100. So this will give you an error because here I give you tuple object does not support item assignment. So please try to avoid changing the tuples as we have seen in the beginning. So, and that's not a bug. It's let's see. This is the program of the tuple. Let's see, the immutable is protecting your data. And let's see, you need here. Uh, you have backing and unpacking. For instance, you have a person per person is equal, let's see, alex alex 30, and for instance his job is in machine learning engineer, for instance, like this. And backing, it means I can add and can use like this name, age, and for instance job, or let's see professional profession equal to person. So now this will unpack the person into 3 variables: name, age, and person. So if you now print this, let me just print these. I can just copy this. I will see print. I see just print the odd variables, and you can see Alex, then 30, then ML engineer. This is how to unpack the data. And also, can you so let me just see if we can. Yeah, as I said in the last video, we can change the list, but here we can't. So now we will move, let's see, a little bit advanced. So we would like to ready to take your tuple skills to the next level. So let's talk about named tuple. So there's a package. Let's see, a built-in let's see package, or let's see module. So we can import from combo collections. For this, you didn't need to download it, or it's already downloaded. I mean, integrated in the Python itself. So here, for instance, you have import from collection. From collection, you need to import name tuple. So for instance, you need to have a tuple name for this. For let's say I have a buoyant, and it's called. I need now name tupled. What is the name of this tuple? I can see buoyant, and the the value will also it's x, let's see, x and y. So let's see y, it's like this here. So now if you see, I can see b is equal buoyant, not buoyant, not buoy no, buoyant buoyant Now, why it's wrong here? I need this. So I have 10, 10, 20. You can see now I have, if you print p, and you can see now it's printing the name as well. So that is the useful the advantage of using named tuple. So I have defined the tuple, which is buoyant and xy. Let's see. This is the syntax, and here I will see buoyant, add the buoyants, and when we see print p, it will print this as well, buoyant name. Name. So name tuple give you the, let's see, the both of the word. It's immutable and efficiency of the tuples with the readability of this class, of this tuple. Let's see. This is a perfect for presenting data record where field names matter. Sometimes you need this to know what is this. Is it buoyant? Is it let's see, a person? Is it something different? So this give you more. It will give more readability for this. Okay. So if we see here the difference, the tables versus list, and you can see mutability. Here is immutable and here mutable. So list can be changed, and tables it's possible to change it. The syntax, you can use this parentheses. This is to use square brackets, and the performance, this is faster, and the performance of the list slightly slower. And use cases for fixed data, dictionary keys, and etc. We will see what is a dictionary in the next lesson, the next video. And this is the data that can be changed. It's like when you shopping from Amazon also. So you add some items to the list, and you might also remove, reorder, and deleting and clearing. The list is used. This is a good practice for the list. And for the memory, it's use less memory, and for the list, it's more memory. So we will see in the next, I mean, after when we discuss the tables, now, I mean, the dictionaries, I will give you a table when to use which. And when to use tables, so representing a fixed collection. So let's say, for instance, days of week, it's a fixed 7 days. It won't be changed under any circumstances, right? And returning multiple values from functions. And sometimes you need to return values, make it more organized. You can use tuples. And you can also use it for dictionary keys. So list can be used as a dictionary, and also slightly better performance. So I have added this function, but don't worry about this if you don't understand it. I will of course have another, let's see a more in a more comprehensive way to show you what is the function, so you can see after the dictionaries. So no worries about how to define the functions, but this, let's just keep it as a black box here. So I have this function, and when I call this function, I will get the returning as a list, as a table. So you will see the width and height, and here I'm unpacking the return tables into these variables. And for instance, I have this location, I have defined this location for the New York, and this for Los Angeles, for instance. And if you would like to print the name of this location, you can, for instance, just use this, for instance. So this is the table is corresponding to the New York City, and you can see it's New York City. Now let's dive into advanced table operations. So you have, for instance, table one is equal 1, 2, 3, and table 2 is equal 4, 5, 6. Let's see. And now let's see, you need to combine uh, these two tuples. What you can do is define another combined, another variable. Not you can't use any of this tuple 1 or tuple 2. So you need to use another new variable, and you have to see tuple 1 plus tuple 2, and here you can see print combined. So you see it will combine both tuples. So we have said that the tuples can be changed, but here we define the new variables. We haven't changed any of these. Okay, now let's see, you need to repeat the tuple 1. Let's see tuple 1. So let's see repeat it. See, I'm creating every time a new repeated, a new variable, and you can see tuple 1. Let's see, I need to repeat it 3 times. So it's like the what we have learned for the for the list. So this will make 3 versions of this and save it and repeat it. So you can see 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 for the tuple 1. This is how to repeat tuples, and how to find, let's see, a minimum and maximum values in this tuples. So let's see, nums equal 2 3 4, just random values. Now you need to print, let's see, we have learned this formatting, string formatting. So you can see minimum, let's see, is, I can open this brackets, and I can see min nums, and I can also add here, and max, no, not here, sorry, this has to be in the string, and max. Now I open this and I see max nums. So you can see here I have this tuple. The maximum value is 9 and the minimum one is 2. So this is how to use. You can also use this with the list as well. So how to convert list and tuples. So let's see, you have list, my list. This is a bad naming, but let's say I have 1 2 3. So how to convert it to tuple? So let's say I can see my tuple is equal tuple, then the list, I will see my list. So now you can see I have defined, I have converted this list into this tuple. So let's just figure out how to do it, how to see. So here's my list. I can change the index 0 to 100, and we can print also print list, my list, and you can see it's print 100. I mean, it changed to 100. But when I try now to change the tuple 0 to 100, of course you will have an error, and you can see here my tuple does not support item assignment. It's like the previous one. So this is how to change from tuple to list. So now let's see, I have this tuple, okay, and I want to change it to a list. So what you can do is let's see, back to list, just for sake of simplicity I will use this. So now this tuple will this I'm not changing, let's see, any the table itself, but it just make it as a list. So now list, and I will be back to the list when I now print sorry, print. So now my list and list will be equal. So you can also do this just to check if my list is and back to list are equal. If this is true, it will print you true. If not, it will print false. Okay, and here we have name table in details. Let's see, back to this from collections, import named table. So let's see, I'm defining a person and equal name table, and as you see, I see person. Then the attribute of this person, it's name, age, maybe age, sorry, and maybe job, maybe like this. Now when I create an object with this, I can see, for instance, Alex, of course, is a person, right? I can see person, and name is Alex, then he is 30, then engineer, for instance. Now you can also add another, let's see, person, it's Bob, and we change, of course, this Bob, and we can see, for instance, designer. Right, now how to access these elements? You can access it by, let's see, print. I can see Alex dot name. This print Alex dot name, it will print Alex. Also you can see Alex dot, what is the attribute name. So for example, this, the attribute is name is Alex, age is 30, and this is the job. And if I see print job, it will of course print this engineer. And of course you can also print it with this. For example, let me just keep this as it is, and I can also print Alex with the index Alex, let's say 2. It will print also the job eng, because this is 0, I mean 0 1 2. Okay, and of course you can change it, you can convert it to a dictionary, but this we can see it in the next lesson. And what's else here? Yeah, I think this is enough for this, for the table. And here I have some exercises. So exercise one, create a table representing a person, name, age, and city, and access each element. And you can see it's like this example here. I have added the solution, but try not to use this. I mean, not to see here. Try to make it yourself, and if you have any issues, just back to this. And also, this is an example. And here I have some, I mean, a quiz. So, what is the correct way to create a table with a single element? This or this or this or this? I would say it's B. The right answer is B. And with the rest of these question, and here's the answers: the B, C, B, B, D, and yeah, that's it for this lesson, and I think it's enough to have a comprehensive overview and a good practice with the tables, and of course with the previous one, a list. And the next video will go to dictionary, and we will see what is the differences between list, tables, and dictionaries. And I will give you let's see, at least view, interview, most important interview questions. And yeah, so if you like this, please subscribe into my channel and like the video. And of course, if you have any question, drop a comment below.